Looky how good the Bfam news looks now. Bunch of good-looking, studly gentlemen here. Huh. You can tell the energy is coming off of you guys for the worst. We had a fabulous show today.
Yes,
Mental health was at a premium. Let me introduce my political correspondent, Mr. I See What You're Doing. What's going on, King?
What up, man? You got to get the dust off your shoulders. Hey, now we're in full swing, week 2 of the NFL, man. But as always, I came here to give our president his flowers, goddamn it. So let's do that.
Yeah, and before I even do the political and the sports other guy, let's give a hats off to Agent Orange for not getting involved in football.
Yes,
I really didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
it's about to start. I thought I saw a couple, retarded amendments like you can't eat popcorn in the third row. He has just stayed out of football, and I'm cool with that. Sheriff, how you doing today?
Yo, what's up? It's the Sheriff of South Central Indiana. I'm doing great. Like King said, week 2 NFL preseason, we're getting this bit closer to regular season football. Exciting times. And with that, I'd like to thank, yes, definitely. I'd like to thank Monster Energy and DC. Let's get this show rocking.
Absolutely. Monster Energy drinks. We appreciate you supporting us. Also, Wild Be Well to see you hear about a little later. Let's do this thing. All through your childhood, you wanted to be a police officer. Maybe not me, maybe not you, but some of us did. You go into the police officer training school, you enter the room where you have to be tased. I didn't know if you guys know this, but all police officers must be tased.
Yep.
I just wonder if you go in that day and this happens, do you show up for work the second day?
I'm sorry?
For all that don't know what happened there, and yeah, I'm going to play it again. You're damn right.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just saying, okay? Sheriff, they tase you, you scream like a bitch, you fall down, and you basically shit your pants. Are you going to the next class?
Hell yeah, I am, and I'm going to own it.
Facts. Once you go through that part, I don't think I can go home. I don't think I'm going home. King, what about you, man? You snapping it, shitting your pants, you going back to next class?
On what you're into, so nobody can hold it against you. Listen, you got the show back up, man. I mean, after that, how ain't no motherfucker level lower than that, bro. That's about as low as you can fucking go, unless you pass out or some shit like that. But that's
she could have shit her pants.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no telling what happened in those pants. It's not like they didn't know you were going down.
Right.
There was an officer on both sides. There was some pretty thick gym pads there. They know you're going down. I just don't think they were expecting the offload.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
that was wild.
Hey, could you imagine? Now, here's the next thing, okay? King, we'll let you go first. You're next. You're next in line.
You got to give me like 35, 45 minutes to put a room to clear, the air to clear out that motherfucker. I'm not getting up there right behind that. That's like getting on stage behind them comedians that's funnier than you. Hell no. And I said, you got to give me to get my shit together, because they're probably over in the corner laughing. I probably fell out in the cut behind the pads and shit like that, like the gym pads and shit, laughing my ass off. You feel me? Yeah.
Sheriff, you are next in line, and I also found out there's a recertification. Like, I don't know how many years you're in, but every so many years you have to be re-zapped.
Yeah.
So, Sheriff, you're in line. And you're right behind her. You're going. You're just going.
Just get it done and get it over with.
Take it all in.
I really think I'm going to ask the person behind me if they want to go next.
Right.
and I'm gonna excuse myself to go to the bathroom to try to fart. Like, I think I'm gonna step out of line. I just think I thought King was gonna say that.
I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I need to use the restroom because I want to make sure that I don't do that. Like if they say why, I'm just gonna be honest. Like I don't want to go down like that. Yeah, like I don't think I have to poop, but if that thing's gonna shock me into poop, then bro, I'm your huckleberry. I will shit on myself. I just don't. I don't think it'd be wise. All right, I'm just saying, man. You got to
need some Wild Bee wellness after that.
Right.
You know what? You guys are gonna get older one day, and you're gonna say, "Man, 20 years ago, DC told me I was gonna have this problem."
Man, what do you do when you got 35 felonies and you're the president? A lot of illegal shit. Maybe. When Donald Trump used the National Guard in California for ICE details, was he breaking the law of deployment? Let's listen to the story and see.
Is the Trump administration violating the Posse Comitatus Act? That is the central question in a federal trial that kicked off today pitting California against the president. This law is supposed to prohibit the military from being used for law enforcement duties, and California argues the Trump administration violated it when they federalized National Guard troops and sent them to Los Angeles amid protest over ICE operations. Now, day one included some sharp questions for the administration witnesses. NBC Bay Area Sergio Quintana is at U.S. District Court in San Francisco.
On July 8th, federal agents with the support of National Guard troops fanned out across MacArthur Park in Los Angeles. According to documents revealed in U.S. District Court today, this was called Operation Excalibur. Those documents describe a so-called low-risk operation with a low expectation of lots of immigration detentions. But it turned out to be a big show of force, which included about 80 federalized National Guard troops tasked with blocking off streets around the park. According to another document shared in court, U.S. troops are trained that there are a lot of law enforcement actions they are barred from doing under the federal Posse Comitatus Act. That includes traffic control, crowd control, and riot control. In court, lawyers with the California Attorney General's office argued this operation and several others violated those guidelines and the law. The state cross-examined U.S. Army Major General Scott Sherman. He commanded Task Force 51, the military group deployed to Los Angeles, composed of about 4,000 federalized California National Guard troops and 700 U.S. Marines.
Man, shit, just illegal activity. You feel me? I mean, never at once in my life have I seen the president step outside of the law. But like I said, if you had 35 felonies, then you probably feel like you're untouchable. You feel me? Right now as the president. But I mean, yeah, I believe that there are certain things that the military is not supposed to do unless you declare martial law. And this is the thing that I think is going too far, man. I mean, like when you got to use the military, you got ICE, you got border patrol, you got police officers, and everybody is in full board trying to deport Mexicans and illegal immigrants and American citizens and all that. To bring the military in, it's almost like you treating American people and immigrants and people who visit this country like terrorists. That's what I mean.
Sheriff?
It's like we're not part of the United States almost. Because the way this is how he's treating it, like we're Mexican or Asian or some other nationality and living in our own country. I don't understand why the National Guard needs to come and do traffic control for ICE. It's abuse of power. It's a misuse of the military, first of all. The military is not for that. As a former military, DC, you as well, they could be way better things that we're doing unless there was martial law declared.
All right, so Trump and California have been having issues for a long time. And I just wrote a couple down on my little blue post-it while King was talking. And I'm not talking, I'm going into the argument at this point. There was stuff before it and there was stuff after it. but I know these two things happened, and I think it explains a lot about that ICE stuff. So at one point, Trump had actually said that if California wasn't going to stop their shit, he was going to go to the fault line, blow them up, put them in the ocean. Okay, it was one of his TikTok shits.
Yeah.
Okay, and then after that, the governor of California responded. He said, "I will petition to the government to leave the United States and join Mexico."
Wow.
So let's just get it straight. These two people don't like each other. Okay, and they say that, and Trump thinks that California is going to leave. Well, let's take the National Guard. Now, remember, the National Guard is military, but they're not military. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm way more military. I probably have more privileges being a veteran than the National Guard has. Like, they're under strict orders and strict guidelines to do certain things. They can't just go in there and start shooting folks. All right. Like the military can. All right. Not that I can anymore. I'm prior military. But if I'm Trump and I find out that California wants to leave, of course I want my military over there checking things out, because if I see them revolting and getting ready to leave, I'm pushing that button and I'm putting them in the ocean. And I really think he will. We already know he controls the weather. We've seen different things that he can do with weather with that company. Remember that company we talked about, Rain something, and they fucked up and they missed, and then Texas got fucked over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these are all facts we know about. There's things that we know we can do. So, yeah. Let's go to our second story here.
All right, man. Let's do that. And another attack on the American people. You have homeless veterans and people who lost their houses, and you have the minimum wages down, and people can't keep their homes and can barely pay their rent under the premise of affordable housing. Trump does not want homeless people in Washington, D.C., and is taking extreme measures to clear up his streets. Let's listen in.
State press conference today to address homelessness and violent crime in the nation's capital. The president took to social media Sunday, warning homeless people in the nation's capital to leave immediately.
He says he has a plan for the city's, quote, beautification. Andrew Perez is in the newsroom with more on this.
That's right, Eric. Michaela, President Trump says he's unveiling a new plan for Washington, D.C. today. All of this follows threats to assert more federal control over our nation's capital. In his announcement, he said, quote, I'm going to make our capital safer and more beautiful than it ever was before. The homeless have to move out immediately. He also promised to give homeless people places to stay, but that it would be far from the capital. It's unclear at this point what the president's plan includes, but a source says he's been sending FBI agents on patrol with local officers. He can take over the district police force in certain emergencies, though it's unclear if he'll go that route. He also controls its National Guard. Records show crime in D.C. is actually down sharply year over year, but a former DOJ staffer was assaulted there just recently.
We've got to get the mayor to run this city properly. This city has to be run. You know, I have the right to take it over.
Keep in mind, homelessness across the country is up, with 770,000 people experiencing it just last year. That's an 18% increase from 2023. But advocates say forcibly removing homeless people makes the problem worse by marginalizing them even more. We're going to keep an eye on this. Eric?
I mean, let's just think about it for a minute. So you cut public assistance. This is something similar to what they said that Ron DeSantis was doing in Florida, taking all the homeless people and flying them to other cities. We could talk about the broken promises that he made as far as other areas of politics, and now you promising that you're going to give these people places to stay. FEMA camps, and it's not Alcatraz Alley down here in Florida. It's going to be like DC domiciles or some shit like that. But I mean, let's go to the panel, because I mean, it's just the wildest shit I'm seeing right now.
Sheriff?
It's definitely interesting. You know, we're making promises and he's probably not going to follow through on. It kind of reminds you of like when Katrina hit down in New Orleans, and they were just flying people wherever the hell they could fly them to get them out of New Orleans. And what Florida's doing, I could see him saying, "Oh, I have the power, I have the right to take over this." I'm like, if you have the right to take over DC, like, why don't you take care of it then, Mr. Trump? All I gotta say is, if you're going to promise people on TV with the camera rolling, you're going to do something and then not follow through, you're going to have a problem.
All right. So here comes that asshole again. But sometimes that asshole makes a lot of sense. Everybody knows the word gentrification, and it has nothing to be whether you're a man or a woman or who you're fucking at night. I'm going to read the Google definition of the word gentrification. The meaning of gentrification is a process in which a poor area, as of a city, experiences an influx of middle-class or wealthy people who renovate and rebuild homes and businesses, which often result in an increase in property values and the displacement of earlier, usually poor residents. All right, so I am I'm a winner of gentrification because I went to a poor area which was being built up and being bought out. And that's basically when the government comes in to a certain area of old people's homes that are way old. And they say, hey, you're getting old. Are you ready to go to Florida? We'll buy your property. And then once they get a couple of them, they push the other ones out cheaper. Everybody gets money and they wreck the shit and they put up senior homes. Or all I know is my property, I've only been here for a year. My property went from 248 to 329 just because of gentrification, sidewalks, high pressure gas lines, school improvements, anything that happens in your neighborhood, you are gentrification. So my point is this: if Washington, D.C., if you're a foreign country and there's a city that you look at that represents America, I would say Washington, D.C. needs to be our postcard or our advertisement. Okay. So if he wants to clean up Washington, D.C. to get the homeless people out and get the poor houses out and make it look richer here to attract richer people to come to America, the rest of you whiny Karens and Kens need to fuck off. Man, it's not about that. You guys care about the wrong shit. And does that mean that I don't care about disabled veterans? Dude, I'm as close to a disabled veteran as I am. I just refused to sit on that corner. Don't think that I wasn't there, man. When I got in the military, shit sucked. I was trained how to teach people how to shoot weapons. Is there a big demand for that in America? No, there's not. Everybody has a gun. They think they know how to shoot it. Can't teach people here in America shit. So, yeah, I've been living out of my car before, but I chose not to do that anymore. Right. And that's my thing to these veterans. Make a choice, man. Put the bottle down, put the drugs down, and make a choice. Man, that's going to piss off a lot of people. Sorry.
It is what it is, though.
Oh, say that again.
It is what it is because that's the way it should be.
It is. Dude, I lived it. So, I don't have to wonder about what book you read it in. I lived it. I'm right here. I own 3 businesses. I refused to give up. Hey, guys, we're going to have to find some new shit to do because we are way ahead of schedule. But I'm golfing in the morning, so the news is going to be over a lot quicker. Maybe. We just got more time to talk. Louisiana Walmart employee Beth McGrath. I actually contacted her on IG, and I have her coming on my show, Keeping 100 DC. Okay. I'm going to be interviewing her. Dude, this girl, what do you do when you're a good employee? You follow all the rules, even the bullshit rules, because you get a paycheck and they keep telling you, you go home to your dad or your husband and they say, man, you got a job. I tell my girl the same thing every day. She's got two years left. She's retiring. She's like, well, they changed this rule and that rule and this rule and that rule. And I'm like, stop. Why do you care? you're on your ride out, man. Stop. Go teach your classes. Care about them kids, and fuck everything else, man. Don't care about that shit. Where am I going with this? There's a Louisiana Walmart employee named Beth McGrath who worked in electronics for almost 5 years, which is a long time at Walmart. I actually asked what the turnover rate is. Do you know what the turnover rate is at Walmart?
Probably what 149%, maybe 200.
It's less than a year.
Right, about 6 months.
Yeah, it's less than a year. It's a little over 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
The average employee works less than 7 months.
Yeah.
Do you realize, like when I grew up, there was a 90-day period that like you were in training? Like the company invested, the company would invest 3 months of training time in you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to tell me as a company you can't keep an employee for 7 months? Something's not working, Walmart. I'm going to play this video and shout out to Beth McGrath, and I can't wait to interview you.
Fuck this company, fuck this position, and fuck that big lazy bitch, Chris Price. I fucking quit.
A Louisiana Walmart employee by the name of Beth McGrath decided to quit, and she did it over the loudspeaker.
Attention Walmart shoppers and associates. My name is Beth from Electronics. I've been working at Walmart for almost 5 years, and I can say that everyone here is overworked and underpaid. And customers poorly every day. Whenever we have a problem with it, we're told that we're replaceable. I'm tired of the constant gaslighting. This company treats their elderly associates like shit. To Jared, our store manager, you're a pervert.
Let's go, girl. If you're going to go out, this is the one thing. If you're going to go out and you're going to go out, exactly, and they've got an intercom near you, shame on you, Mr. Manager. Number one, you had to see this coming. You're a pervert. You should watch these pictures. Just saying. Let's let Sheriff go. I know King's gonna love this shit. Sheriff, how do you feel about Beth McGrath?
Listen, I love this. This is awesome. You know, if Kmart was still open, her ass would have been working at Kmart now. 100%. Target's hiring, I bet. You know, you probably would think I would be opposed to this because of what I do, but I proud of her for, you know, because that is a correct statement. I hate shopping at Walmart. Walmart has become this giant business juggernaut, and it's like McDonald's. It's quantity versus quality, and they don't give a fuck about their employees. They don't care about nobody. It's all about making that dollar. And she went out with a damn bang, and you know what? That store manager probably tried to get in her pants or probably tried to ask her out, and he got told no.
I'll tell you this much. I do know this much. I've been to Walmart a lot of times for electronics. You can never find a Beth in that fucking department. So, Beth, if you worked in electronics, you stayed in electronics, hats off to you. King, how you feel about Beth? You go watch the interview, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
I guarantee.
Hey, Beth, you did your big one, man. I mean, shit, this my type of shit right here. You feel me? Because I'm a rebel with a motherfucker called all the time. You know what I'm saying? She stood on business. You hear me? Like fuck that shit. She laid it all on the line. And if you gonna motherfucking go, man, you got to turn over a table or knock something off the fucking counter. You know what I mean? She had her bad and she swung that motherfucker, man. Hats off, Beth. I mean, shit, I can't wait to watch this interview with. Oh my, yo, you got a motherfucking fan. I'm rocking with you. I'm rolling with you, man. You feel me? I'm gonna get the Instagram from DC and I'm gonna follow you because yo, that's some gangster shit, man.
I mean, to be honest with you, her Instagram is boring as hell. She was, you know what she was? She was a faithful Walmart employee. The majority of her pictures of her in electronics, smiling with some customer, smiling with one of her employees. I don't think she had a life outside of Walmart.
I hope DC drop your Instagram on his show.
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to do that. And you know what I hope? I hope somebody like me back in my days. This is one thing that I don't think works too anymore. So, like Charles, you're a manager. Do you have a comment box in the employee room?
We do not a comment box. But we do a semi-annual like survey for the employees.
All
That's
right.
digital.
Okay. See, and I was going to say, is it digital? Okay. So they know that everybody's seeing that, and they know who it's coming from. See, this is what I like. I told people I have a comment box. Guess what was in front of it? A pencil and an index card.
Yep.
Go write down whatever the fuck you want in whatever language you want. This is not company business. There's no letterhead on it. If you say I want to fucking kill you, and I say, hey, that's your writing, you say, no, it's not my writing. That's the end of that. Don't sign it. A comment box is so smart. And you know why? Because then when people quit, they don't call everybody out on the loudspeaker. She was not old. She called out how bad the elderly employees were called out. She called out the pervert. She called out
the gaslighting.
The gaslighting. Like
and everything.
Everything that's happened bad in her life because you don't have a comment box. All you would have, if you had a comment box that just had an index card there, and she goes, gaslighting sucks, and put it in there, you just run it. As a manager, at least you know what's fucking going on.
Right.
Or I hate pervert.
If he cared though, or he.
I mean,
don't really give a damn.
at least this way, you know what I'm saying. As a manager, the right ones are doing the right things with it.
Yeah.
Because my comment box was gold. I had people tell me to eat shit. I had all kinds of stuff.
It's rich management, bro. You got to get ahead of that shit because I'm talking about
right.
One day somebody, if she did that shit, the next person gonna do that shit real big. You feel me?
Man, I mean, how many times have you gone home and told your woman, I told my boss to eat shit? You didn't tell your boss to eat shit. You wanted to. You wanted to, though.
He did, though.
Exactly. I had people actually go home and when we had our family meetings, they come up and she said, he told me one time he told you to eat shit. I'm like, oh, that was you that wrote that card? I don't make them sign. And I would laugh about it.
I hope she goes viral for that motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, I do. She's viral. She's viral. We don't do anything that's less viral right here. All right. Guess what time it is? There's only one more segment left. It must be sports time.
Sports, baby. Yo, what's up, everybody? Good evening. It's the sheriff from South Central Indiana. Got a couple sports stories here for you. We're going to start off with the UFC. They have made a mega deal with Paramount Plus, ending their long tenured relationship with ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. This deal that they have is worth over $7.7 billion. Gives the media rights deal to Paramount, making the end again partnership with ESPN. This will start at the beginning of 2026, and it will see at least a number of 13 UFC events, 30 fight night cards, and it could also be broadcast on CBS if applicable. This is huge because this is also going to end the pay-per-view for UFC. No more paying $80 to watch a boring fight. No more paying $80 to watch a great fight. You're going to be able to stream it on Paramount Plus. You're going to be able to watch it on CBS. I think this is a smart deal for Dana White and the UFC. Go ahead and bring yourself back out, DC and King. What do you think about this?
What do you think, King?
Well, I mean, you got to think, man, the way that technology advances now, it was going to either be Paramount or Peacock. Like WWE and shit has watered that thing down to where, you don't have to pay $49, $80 like you said, Sheriff, to watch WrestleMania or some shit like that. They even took some of the Monday Night Raws on Netflix, if that makes any sense to you. I mean, so it was bound to happen. I mean, shit, you can go on Amazon and get a streaming device, and as long as you got Wi-Fi, you can watch any fucking TV station in the country. I watch all the fucking NFL games every Sunday without any ESPN and none of that shit. So, I mean, yeah, $7.7 billion. I think that's a hell of a motherfucking handshake. You feel me?
It is.
Yeah.
This is definitely the end of pay-per-view.
Yeah.
100% the end of pay-per-view.
I
That's
think
the one thing I know for sure.
I think about all the years that, $59, $69 for wrestling, boxing, UFC, lots of money's just literally flushing it down the toilet. I'm surprised it took this long for the UFC to do this deal.
I think the biggest thing that I see out of this is definitely the end of pay-per-view. What that means is that the video quality is going to go way up. Yeah. I don't know if anybody here has used pay-per-view, but pay-per-view, I just think that they're stuck with certain camera people that are maybe on a union and don't give a fuck about pictures and sliding here and sliding there and getting good camera work done. When you're dealing with Paramount, that's not a union anymore. Those are people that are trying to get the best picture, to get the best angle. They're people that are actually working for their jobs right now. So I think that UFC's quality is going to go way up. Yeah. Way up.
You're right. And King mentioned how WWE has Raw on Netflix, and they have a drone that flies throughout the stadium, and it's actually a really cool angle.
WWE said it again. WWE set the standard. I hate to say it, like everybody's saying, well, wrestling's fake. As fake as it is, it's setting the bar. If WWE doesn't go to Netflix, we as sports fans are stuck with pay-per-view for another year. Yeah. So all you people that don't like wrestling, at least thank wrestling for not having to watch your boxing, soccer, all those sports now that are not going to be pay-per-view anymore. Because once one goes, they all have to go.
They started it over a decade ago when they had the WWE Network, and now it's been.
The big one was Netflix. Netflix was the big one. I'm not giving them any credit for anything they did with trying to do their own network, because if that worked, they would have never signed a deal with Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix was it.
That's like me saying when I go to Bfam TV and I'm streaming 24 hours uncensored. It's coming, people. You didn't think I was going to do this radio like this. Here it is, 7:33, and I'm fucking still cussing all day. 24 hours uncensored. And when I'm done, I'm going to put the radio on, and that's going to be uncensored too. Sheriff, what's our next story?
All right, so story number 2. Let's go to the NFL preseason. Jacksonville Jaguars kicker Cam Akers. He did something pretty special, but it's not going to count. Let's watch, and then we'll discuss.
This kid can really drill the ball.
Holy smokes. They got a shot.
He just kicked a 70-yard field goal. Are you kidding me?
Crazy.
I've never seen that. The NFL record. Because it's preseason. But that's a Sports Center highlight. 70 yards. I've never even seen a 70-yard.
That was from midfield. Yes, that was a 70-yard field goal. It would have been good from 75. It had the leg. It had the distance. It was a great kick. The sad thing about this is this will not be an NFL record, because this happened in the preseason where nothing matters. No records, the win-losses. If he would have kicked that from 80, it wouldn't have mattered. So my question is, why would we even attempt a 70-yard field goal in preseason?
I'll go first.
Yes, sir.
What's that boy's name?
Cam Little. He ain't little no more.
I'm just going to say it. I am a huge wrestling fan, and it's mostly because of Teddy TKO. And we say something. One word. 5 letters. Shout out to TKO for using this little segment right there. The reason why you kick this is so you can have a fucking job. All you sensitive people are saying, oh my God, he could have had a record. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what else he could have had? He could have been pumping your coffee down at Starbucks, because I didn't know who this fucking guy was. Did you hear the way they were talking about him?
It's not Josh Scobie, that's for sure.
I saw this guy. I mean, if we really knew who he was, the 49ers would have drafted him last year in the first round. Shout out to my boy Kunta.
Shout out to Kunta.
Let's be honest now. While they're talking about this guy, the one announcer says during it, he goes, "Oh yeah, I saw this guy in a college game. I don't remember what team it was, but oh yeah, he's got a big leg." That's your fucking promo to this guy about to go 70 yards. Go ahead, King.
I mean, shouldn't it be a record though?
No,
it should be.
You know what? You know what? It's gonna be a record because there's. You know what? There's not a 69-yard field goal in the NFL, and he's got a job now. You don't think he has a job?
Yeah, absolutely.
I guarantee he's kicking for somebody this year. He's not on the bench.
And I guarantee he will attempt this field goal during the regular season.
Why not?
Ask this question then. When does the football season start for us?
I mean, I believe the preseason starts in week 1. I am one of the few people that enjoy preseason.
My NFL season starts on draft night. That's when my season starts.
Okay, I'm with you. When you
get
a lot of stuff happens boring in between, though.
Right. He got a job. But I'm talking about, come on, man. 70 yards, bro.
It's impressive.
I mean, you don't look, if you could do it once, I'm a coach. If you could do it once, well, your ass is going to prove and do it again because I'm fitting to pay you.
He ain't gonna do
and
that.
You don't think so? I'll tell you one thing I know. What teams he play for?
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay, I know one fact about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Matter of fact, I know one fact about that whole division because it's one of my stories tomorrow.
Yeah.
The AFC South is the only division that has no wins. Every team is 0-1. Every single team. You know how fucking hard that is for every team in your division to have no wins?
On what day?
Right now, if you go look up the AFC South, every single team is 0-1 in preseason.
It's preseason. You're not gonna kick that. Listen,
dude.
He not when you got all NFL starters on the field and shit, bro. He not finna kick a 70-yard field goal. No time.
I'll make you a bet right now that no team goes 10 wins in that division. You can pick any team you want. It is the most boring division. I got side bets on this all over the place.
Boring division. I mean, like I said, and when you talking about the division that Cleveland Browns
that'd be the NFC South, I think.
No, I mean the most boring division is the AFC South.
I don't think that the NFC South got a team that's gonna go over.
NFC South definitely have 10-win teams.
What team?
But hey, I got another fact here. The New York Mets, because everybody's asking about my Braves. The New York Mets are currently in the last 15 games 2-13. It is the largest slide since those Mets. And, you know, I'm a Braves fan. So when I say those Mets, all those baseball fans know I'm talking about those Mets that had that 20-game lead and lost and didn't make the playoffs. Those Mets, this 2-13 record is a bigger slide than those Mets. Just trying to.
You're not kicking the 70-yard field goal during the regular season.
100%. If you're playing for Jacksonville, if you're playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars, you might kick 2 or 3 from 70 yards.
Yeah, because your quarterback is
Lawrence. Lawrence sucks. And you know the worst part is Lawrence is calling out Travis Hunter, who is his savior. He made a statement and said, "Hey, would you rather catch 8 to 10 catches and a touchdown a game, or have 4 or 5 deflects and maybe a pick a game?" He said, "I think you need to really choose."
I think Doug Peterson gets fired this year too.
That's bullshit. Listen, first of all, Ro, you got to remember, you talking about a motherfucker that weigh 175 pounds. He got more than.
I believe in Travis Hunter. But I believe Trevor Lawrence needs to shut his face until he proves it.
I was looking at a story. I've been trying to fact check this shit, but the rumor on the street right now is that the girl they've been married for a year, but she won 40 in the divorce.
Trevor Lawrence's girl?
Travis Hunter's girl.
Oh yeah, I saw something about her being pregnant too.
And if she get the 40 roll, that's damn near his contract. His contract.
We all saw that coming. That's not going to affect this football.
Yes, hell. He not listen. When you got to go across it, when you got to go up that motherfucking field against a line DB that's 30 pounds heavier than you ain't doing a whole lot of motherfucking catching.
I'm just saying, you know what? When he was poorer, I don't know about his upbringing, but when he was poorer, he played great football. I think the best thing for him right now is for him to lose as much money as he can.
They're gonna toss him around right now, though, bro. When they get to the league, they're gonna toss him around.
I don't know.
They're gonna toss him the fuck around.
I honestly have a little. We got extra time here, right? Cool. Right. Conspiracy theory. We all know that Shedeur Sanders was putting up. The reason why he played that game was an advertisement to the league. Hey, look what we got. Cleveland's already said they're not going to use him. He's a QB4. And QB1 and QB2 are currently listed as injured, and Shedeur Sanders is still, after that performance, still listed as QB4.
Okay, so listen, why are we doing that, though?
Hold on. Let me finish my conspiracy theory, and then you can go. Okay. So I believe that the Cleveland Browns were putting him out there and say, hey, look what we got. If your quarterback goes down, we will dear Shedeur Sanders. Right. I think Jacksonville's listening, and if I was Jacksonville, I would put in a call for Shedeur. In a heartbeat.
Unite him and Hunter together.
I would love to see QB4 from Cleveland move to Jacksonville as QB1.
I mean, he'll be in the same state as his brother.
And think how much this makes sense. Didn't Deion want to coach at Jacksonville?
He did.
Aren't the Jacksonville Jaguars technically Jacksonville? And wouldn't that put Shedeur and Travis? I mean, you got to remember the NFL is fixed. Remember, we're talking about like wrestling. Think about the story. Mm-hmm. Okay, doesn't that story make some sense?
It does, but I mean,
okay, now go.
So let's talk about the quarterbacks that they plan on you, right? You got Kenny Pickett. You talking about Kenny Pickett, who came from the Steelers, who had done the fucking thing.
But he's not QB1 though.
Right? You talking about Joe Flacco, who
he's QB1. He's going.
Listen, Joe Flacco play in the huh?
They love him.
Right.
No, they love him though. They say he's QB1.
Yeah, you love that. You love that. But time I said, you know who Joe Flacco got to play with? He's not gonna make a whole motherfucking season. He's not gonna get a whole motherfucking run out of it.
I don't know.
He's not.
He can take one hit and he can be in a wheelchair.
I mean, I'm gonna agree with that. I would rather have him get hit.
He don't got the type of DNA that Tom Brady have. So
okay. Is Cleveland known for making good quarterback decisions?
No.
Okay, so the fact that Flacco's QB1 makes sense in Cleveland knowledge, right?
Cleveland, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just telling you. And then, like, think about this: if Cleveland dealt Shedeur Sanders to Jacksonville, doesn't that make typical Cleveland sense? Don't they make terrible quarterback decisions?
Yes, they do.
Did you see what they got for Baker Mayfield when he left? They got nothing.
Who that was? The third quarterback is Gabriel or some shit like that.
Dylan Gabriel. He's a stud.
A stud where?
I mean, he's a stud out of college. We don't know what he's going to do there. He's a stud in college.
Listen, this is a whole different place.
If Cleveland,
we didn't know Shedeur was going to do that at the pro level.
You're right.
If Cleveland does, let's say hypothetically,
they still got Deshaun on their roster.
Yes, and they're waiting on Deshaun. Like if Deshaun gets healthy, everybody else is toast. Deshaun's a quarterback. I guarantee you this is their plan. Their plan is to try to ride out Flacco and hope that Deshaun gets healthy.
I think they should just send. They might do good to send Shedeur to somebody who can use him because if Deshaun get healthy,
I mean,
everybody else gonna be left. Everybody else gonna leave.
It makes
quarterback.
I mean, it makes sense. That doesn't make sense though.
Hey, listen,
like the Raiders need a quarterback too, and Deion loves Tom Brady. That makes more sense than that. But I mean, the big one that makes sense is you've got Travis Hunt, you got Trevor Lawrence on TikTok, fucking with the only two-way player, where everybody can see it, telling him, "Hey, I think you need to choose." Trevor Lawrence has nowhere to stand to tell people what to do. He sucks.
Trevor Lawrence needs some help. Somebody that he can blame for throwing.
Right.
For his bro. That's what's happening with that.
He shouldn't be telling Travis Hunter what to do. He should be thanking Travis Hunter for saving his career a little bit.
Right.
But instead, you've got a receiver quarterback argument happening. So what's the best thing to happen there? Oh, Shedeur is available. Oh my God. Did you see that?
Trevor Lawrence to the Browns.
All you got to do is say Trevor Lawrence next practice comes up, okay? If Trevor Lawrence gets anywhere tweaked, I'll bet you Shedeur Sanders is down in Jacksonville.
He should be in Jacksonville then.
Yeah. And then within a year, like Chair said earlier, what'd you say about the coach there?
I think Doug Peterson is toast.
He shouldn't have got the job in the first fucking place.
Okay, and everybody knows Doug Peterson was placed there, shouldn't have gotten the job. Maybe this whole time it was for Deion. Remember, everybody said Deion had to spend one more year in Colorado without his kids to prove he did what he did without his kids. That was a big thing.
Well,
you do it 1 year. Can you do it 2 years? Maybe that was the whole plan.
I can tell you this shit right here. He's not going to do it this year. So.
No, next year. Deion stays in Colorado this year. Shador comes down under Doug Peterson. There's immediate controversy. Shador can't stand Doug Peterson.
Right.
Next thing you know, Doug Peterson's out. There's a spot open in Jacksonville. Deion has a good year with Colorado again. Bam, he's in the pros. He's always wanted to be in Jacksonville.
I like that though because I'm saying like he got a definite staff.
It all makes sense.
All his staff got NFL experience, so I like that shit.
I mean,
I will say Jacksonville, the way they are managed, the way their ownership is flat
Deion
out.
could change football in Jacksonville.
It's flat out terrible. The ownership, the Khan family, they are terrible. Because look at the last coach that they had. He was kicking the kicker.
Right.
And
right.
I mean, just they're
terrible owners. They're terrible owners.
Makes sense though, DC, because that new stadium they building down there
exactly
motherfucking magnificent.
But you see what Deion did at the college level, and I don't think people don't give him as much credit as he did with Colorado. That team sucked. Like I gamble on football. I can tell you I've never gambled on Colorado before, but I did this year.
Nobody talked about Colorado either.
Right. I mean, you might see who they were playing and maybe check the point spread, but Colorado was never a factor.
Right.
And he's put them on the map. Could you imagine what we could do with an NFL team? Man, I mean, Deion could definitely change stuff. He's very, very good with stuff.
Yes,
so one more time, let's play this great little pink thing right here. Dude, I have stalled very good tonight to drag this out. But there's no way we're going to talk about this for 13 minutes. So we will be getting off early tonight. Y'all go to bed early. You join us next week at 11 o'clock. We'll have a full show with a little more stuff in it. So McDonald's has introduced some crazy sandwiches to us. So I went and Googled limited edition, all-time greatest seller, limited edition McDonald's sandwiches. Do you know in the top 20 sandwiches, there was 16 sandwiches I never saw just because of where I live. Okay, watch this. No. These are all United States. Okay? By show of hand, who's had a McLobster?
I've heard of it, but I've never had one.
All right. You know what it is? It's a hot dog bun with lobster in it and some sauce.
Wow.
Everything that McDonald's could do in California.
I would like to try that shit though.
Okay, which obviously you know is a McCrab. I don't understand. It's a crab cake. It's a crab cake inside of a lighter burger. There's a whole bunch of different things with different things, but I want to show you this one thing that I saw because the Shamrock Shake, the McRib. I want to know why nobody has thought of this yet. It's called
that if you take meat from a McDonald's burger, add some fries, a few gherkins, some McDonald's sauces, then cover it with rice. Put cheese slices on top, brulee until golden, close. Slice it carefully. You end up with a McSushi.
All right, so I'm going to say it a little slower. He has the sushi roll. He takes a McDonald's burger. He takes some fries. He takes the sauce. He takes the cheese, and he even toasts the cheese.
Put some rice in it. Okay.
And then puts rice in it, and then closes it up and slices it in the sushi thing and called it a McSushi.
McSushi.
Tell me bullshit, Charles. Bullshit.
I think I'm going to go. I believe I'll go for it.
I believe I would eat 3 or 4 of these.
I believe I'll go for that.
There's no way. Bite-sized Big Macs? I mean, minus the French fries, but most times when you bite the Big Mac, don't you at one point before the Big Mac's gone in your mouth, don't you stuff one of the hot fries in there anyways?
Yeah.
You know, I was always that dad that said it's all going to the same spot, but I learned that some things in your mouth at the same time don't taste good.
Yeah.
Okay. But I can't imagine that if you bite a Big Mac and you just add a little bit of fry to it, it doesn't taste good.
Right.
Sheriff, no, you're not trying this.
I'm not trying. I'm not a fan of rice, and I'm not a fan of sushi. So
I think I might run. I'll try though.
I have some legit PTSD when it comes to rice. So
Hey, yo, check this out though before you go, DC. I got something I want to put out there, man.
All right.
So, a friend of mine, man, a cousin was in St. Louis, Missouri, and he was asking, for some mental health. Clearly, we talk about mental health all the time, but the young man was asking for mental health. So, they kept turning him away, and then he went into this store. He had a gun out, but he wasn't trying to rob the spot or nothing. He was like, "Can you call the police? You feel me? I need some help." He did. On the back end of it, they said a police officer arrived to the spot, walked in the store, saw him, didn't say anything to him, went back outside. Said when the young man went outside, they lit him up, they shot him, they killed him. Store clerk and everybody was like, he wasn't trying to rob the place. He was literally trying to get somebody to, get him some help. You get what I'm saying? So the crazy thing about this, when you talk about mental health, and I appreciate what you do as far as mental health. To be a public servant, police officer, fireman, or whatever, man, whoever's listening, and you operate in that particular field. I understand you don't put your life in danger, but I'm talking about at some point you have to survey a situation and determine whether it needs to be met with that much aggression. You know what I'm saying? I mean, taser, man, or something else, mace or something else. You feel me? You shouldn't always think that that's the go-to is to pull your gun and respond in violence like that, because you're supposed to be protecting and serving the community. And for a young man to be asking for help, I get it, young black male or whatever. I mean, I know the climate of the country, and I don't want to go in that direction. What I'm saying is, regardless of race or whatever, the big thing about young people under 25 is that the older generations don't listen. We're not giving them the attention that they need, and it's tough because if we fail them, these are the same people that's got to run this country when we become old. Let's just keep it 100.
Setting it up for failure for down the road.
It's got to govern this country when we become old and we elders. You feel me? So going forward, man, I know the young lady, the friend, her aunt, and they can't get this kid back. You feel me? But we have to be able to do better as a nation and as individuals in these particular jobs, man. You feel me? Whether it's military or, like I said, doctors or whatever. You feel me? Give everybody the same respect and the fair shake of this thing, man, because, I mean, damn, dude literally wanted somebody to help him. He was asking for help.
I think my input on this is going to be short and sweet. Charles, you got anything you want to say?
This hits home really close to me because of my brother. He was shot and killed by the police 11 years ago, a few days ago. And, he wasn't asking for help, but because he had a gun, they shot and killed him. And, he was white, doesn't matter if you're white, black, purple, it doesn't matter. It's, just proves that, you're 2 states over from me in Missouri, same actions, they want to shoot to kill, and it could be a different outcome.
So my input on this is a little different. People, we already know the state of the United States as far as police go, is most cities have said go ahead and shoot to kill. So put it on us, families. Mental health starts inside the home. Check on your people every day. It's a silly question. I went and asked my 11-year-old granddaughter the other day. I said, hey, you got anything on your mind that's just bothering you? You want to talk about it? Want to scream? She's like, what are you talking about? That's it. That's a mental health check. She's fine. All right. Keep it at the home. If we start at home, people won't be walking into businesses looking like thugs and asking for help. Somebody fucked up when that man went out looking for help.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Not in sheriff's instance. I don't know that situation. But that young man was out there looking for help. He had to have a family member or a friend that he passed on the way that day.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's up to the community. I think it's up to it's at the home. Everybody has somebody they talk to every day. And in that case, talk to us next week at 11 o'clock. Look for me on Facebook tomorrow. There's a You Daddy involved. If you don't know what one is,
I love the You Daddies.
just tune in tomorrow, and DC gonna get him a You Daddy tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait a minute. This show, we want to thank everybody at Wild Bee Wellness. Almost missed again. Now remember, mental health starts with physical health sometimes. Sometimes getting rubbed down is definitely a good thing for mental health.
Chronic neck, back, or shoulder pain? Do tension, headaches, and stress follow you everywhere? At Wild Bee Wellness, we specialize in results-driven massage therapy that's more than just relaxation. It's real relief. With certified neuromuscular therapy, we target the root of your pain. Most clients see up to 90% improvement within 3 to 5 sessions. Because massage isn't just a luxury, it's self-care and healthcare. Whether you're an athlete, a busy professional, or simply tired of managing your pain on your own, it's time to take your wellness seriously. Book your first session today and receive 10% off as a new client using code BFAM10. Visit www.wellbewellness.com or call us at 678-517-7178. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Wild Bee Wellness. Wild Bee Wellness, located near downtown Smyrna. Be not free. Find relief. Feel renewed.